What if I told you that the loudest voice in the NBA never played a single game in the league? Yet, his name echoes through every basketball arena. He predicted his son's success, built his own sneaker empire, and once claimed he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. But today, that same man is facing a battle no amount of confidence can shield him from. This is the unbelievable story of LaVar Ball, a man who turned bold words into reality, but now faces the toughest fight of his life. And trust me, you won't believe how it ends. LaVar Ball's name isn't just a headline, it's a legacy. He's the father behind NBA stars Lonzo and LaMelo Ball, and while his middle son LiAngelo hasn't broken into the league, he's found his own path. But behind their fame lies a man who refused to let his family be ordinary. It all started in California, where a young LaVar met Tina, a fellow basketball player with dreams just as big as his. They fell in love, raised 3 sons, and LaVar had one mission: turn his boys into legends. And when the world laughed at his bold predictions, he didn't flinch. When he said Lonzo would be drafted by the Lakers, people called him crazy, until it happened. When he claimed LaMelo would dominate the NBA, critics doubted him, until he became an all-star. But beneath the bravado was a father who simply refused to let his kids fail. And if you think LaVar only talks about his sons, think again. When it comes to the greatest NBA player of all time, LaVar has no filter. In a now legendary interview, he declared, "Backhand index pointing right. If you got losses on your record, you can't be the GOAT. So, it's always going to be Michael Jordan, until my boys surpass him." And if that wasn't enough, LaVar once claimed he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. Not joking. He said, and I quote, "I was 6 feet 6 inches, 270 pounds, and benching 500 pounds. One-on-one. I don't care if you're George Washington or Jesus, you can't beat me." The world laughed. Jordan himself laughed. But LaVar, he didn't care. Because deep down, he wasn't just talking. He was building a dynasty. But no amount of confidence could prepare LaVar for what happened next. In 2025, shocking news broke. LaVar Ball had his right foot amputated due to a serious, undisclosed medical issue. The larger-than-life figure who had always been the loudest in the room was now in a wheelchair. For a man who prided himself on strength, this was more than just a physical loss. It was a test of everything he stood for. Yet, in true LaVar Ball fashion, he didn't back down. A viral photo showed him after surgery, smiling. A man who had just lost his foot, still radiating the same unshakable belief. And while the world questioned his future, LaVar had other plans. You see, beneath the wild statements and media storms, LaVar Ball's real story has always been about family. His sons may be NBA stars, but behind every jump shot and contract is a father who told them, "You can be great, but you will work for it." And now, the roles are reversing. With Lonzo battling his own knee injuries, LaMelo becoming the face of a franchise, and LiAngelo carving a career in music, the Ball brothers are stepping up to support their father, just like he always supported them. Because when you strip away the headlines, the drama, and the outrageous claims, you're left with a father who wanted one thing: to see his children. And if you think the setback will silence LaVar Ball, you don't know him at all. Sources say he's already working on his next big venture, a ball sports complex to train the next generation of athletes. Because for LaVar, losing a foot isn't the end, it's just the beginning of his next chapter. Love him or hate him, one thing is undeniable: LaVar Ball is never out of the game. So, will LaVar Ball ever slow down? If history tells us anything, the answer is a no. Because the man who claimed he could beat Michael Jordan, the man who predicted NBA greatness for his sons, and the man who just survived a life-altering surgery, is still smiling. And if there's one thing you can count on, LaVar Ball isn't done shocking the world. The real question is, what will he do next? Subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines, because the best stories are the ones you never see coming.